I love to see the towns passing by and to ride these rails neath God's blue sky. Let me travel this land from the mountains to the sea, 'cause that's the life I believe He meant for me. And when I'm gone and at my grave you stand, say God called home your rambling man.
Welcome to Ramblin' Man Podcast, episode number 40. This one is with Joe Kyte, who's otherwise known as Topiary Joe. He's a fascinating guy. My friend Virginia Adams connected me with him. I drove down to Teleco Plains, interviewed him. This interview is kind of all over the place, which I absolutely love. And it was a great conversation. I feel like I can talk to Joe for hours on end and still find new things here and there. If you'd like to follow Joe online, go to topiaryjoe.com, topiaryjoe.com. And you can find him on pretty much all social media using that same handle, or just search for Topiary Joe. Our sponsor this week, again, is Feral Giant. Feral Giant is a graphic design, illustration, social media company. They help businesses from large to small, anything from an independent maker to a major corporation based out of Atlanta. They focus on strategic digital marketing to be as efficient and impactful as possible. You can find them online at feralgiant.com or any social media handle at Feral Giant. We thank them again for being a sponsor. Without much further ado, here's my conversation with Topiary Joe. I do not detect an accent, and considering where we're at, I'm going to assume you're not originally from Teleco Plains.
I'm not from Teleco Plains, no. No.
Where are you originally from?
I'm from Oak Ridge. Ooh.
Oh, okay. That's still not too far off. But
no.
Down here, it's a little...
Yeah, there's certainly some more twangish accents, but, you know, everybody has theirs.
Yeah. Did your folks from Oak Ridge, or did they move there for...
Yeah, my mom and dad moved there in 43 for the nuclear stuff and didn't know it. Yeah. And father was an electrical engineer and stayed at Y12 plant until he retired from having, 3 different kinds of rare cancers that none of his 7 brothers or sisters had. Kind of got him at the plant there, so, you know, but he survived those. And
yeah.
My mom's still alive, 97.
Oh, wow. That's
lives
awesome.
in Oak Ridge, and sisters there.
Yeah.
One has the soup kitchen restaurants.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Others are art teachers, so we're, yeah.
So what brought you to Teleco Plains?
Well, long ass story.
Go for it.
Yeah, I ended up in Teleco Plains because it's halfway between where I had lived in Murphy, North Carolina.
Okay.
And Oak Ridge, and I just wanted to be close enough, but far enough away.
Gotcha.
And, ended up coming here for like lunch and stuff right on the river, and started looking at the river, and the people that were trying to develop a small thing up here got interested in some of my artwork and things, so we ended up putting a large moose sculpture and a large trout sculpture in front of the Moose Hollow Trading Company. They had a small store there, which I got them to do, and they had trout at their fish. Hi, Admiral. If you can't see here, Admiral has joined us. He's a rather large slobber hound. He's a Great Dane.
he's fascinated by the microphone,
and obviously he likes beard oil.
Beard oil.
Okay.
Yeah, he likes the beard oil I put on.
There you go.
Okay, so this was halfway in between.
Yeah, this is halfway in between. So I'd stop off here all the time and notice that I like fishing and I like cars. So, the Cherahela Skyway and the Dragon I'm right on the Skyway here. So
yeah,
I get all the traffic from that. We get car shows almost daily. There's all the different car clubs come by. And here's the nice mail lady coming up here with the fat ass check for me, hopefully.
Nice.
I hope she stops. But anyway.
What took you to Murphy, North Carolina?
Oh, well, prior to that, I lived in Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay.
It's a trail. I lived in Murphy because people I know, I was trying to get away from Jacksonville.
Okay.
So a company had recruited me there 2 years prior, and I outsold all they wanted to do, and I still wanted to do my sculptures, so I kept on doing my sculptures and kept getting jobs, and decided, well, I'll just go back towards the mountains. And friends of mine had a brand new cabin there, everything included $650 a month. I was like, put me in it.
Yeah.
And that was good cable and electricity and everything. I'm like,
wow.
Dude, have it. And stayed there for a couple of years and then found this place here. And I've been here for 12 or 13 years so far.
Okay. All right, we're going to keep going backwards. So what took you to Jacksonville, Florida?
Oh, yeah. Started this business in Hobe Sound, Florida.
Okay.
Which is Stewart, which is just above West Palm Beach, below Fort Pierce.
Okay.
And lived there for like 15 years and had how I got started in my topiary stuff. What I do is, we hadn't even said anything about that, but I build these large topiary sculptures, topiaryjoe.com, up to right now we're doing a 62-foot tall chicken that'll have a hotel room in it.
Oh my God.
Because the town of Fitzgerald, Georgia had a little chicken envy because the Kentucky Fried Chicken in Marietta has the big chicken.
Yeah.
The big chicken in Marietta is like 56 feet tall.
Yeah.
So they wanted a bigger cox.
Oh my God.
They're getting one with a hotel room.
With a hotel room in it.
Yep. And
oh my God.
Because they don't have anything else to attract people to their place. So. And we were just driving around. My girlfriend and I were driving around after we talked with them about the chicken. And, I'm sitting there getting stoned. And she goes, hey, what about a hotel room? And I was like, oh, my God, we'll B&B it. So,
Yeah.
So all of a sudden we had a hotel room integration. We go right back to their offices, and these guys are jumping up and down and stuff. We're like, oh, God, a hotel room. So they've already booked the damn thing up for a year and a half from now, and they haven't even started. I'm waiting for the superstructure to be put up so we can put up all our pieces on the outside of it.
Okay.
And make it into a real chicken. What we do is we build steel wire frames and sculptures of any creature. And on my company T-shirts, there's my 45-foot long T-Rex that we built here, built him on a trailer. Had to, when we built him in the driveway, the tail was up on the roof. The head was out in the driveway. We drove underneath that.
Oh my God.
For about a month. And then we had to, after finishing the body and everything, made it so that it had a room inside of it, 7 feet by 15 feet long.
Okay.
So that we could put a karaoke system and a couch and all this other shit in there. And then, so we made it here. Then we had to cut off the head, cut off the top 3 feet of it, cut off 20 feet of the tail, and transport it on an 18-foot trailer up to Chicago. Then we put greenery and everything on it, and then then he had to put laser beams in the eyes and all this other shit. So, and the karaoke system is good for when his friends come around. This guy has a nice estate. This is it's just in his backyard.
Yeah.
And, he called up a Friday night and drunken Friday night and said he'd been to the museum in Chicago and they had a 42-foot long T-Rex, and by God, he needed one bigger. So,
oh my God.
And I said, that'll be $86,000, and I didn't believe him. And it's Tuesday morning, there's a scrawled out check in my mailbox. I'm like,
oh my God.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So it seems like the strategy is finding people who want something bigger.
Something bigger and weirder. Yeah. French Montana has he's got a elephant in his backyard that is, speaking of bigger, what's his ex-girlfriend's name, the one with the fat butt and
Amber Rose. No, it's not. Black China?
Australian.
Oh, Iggy Azalea. I'm just working my way down the list of the butts.
I know. Yeah. Well, I talked to her on the phone. I had no clue who she was and everything, like 2 or 3 times, and then she's going like, "Well, I need you to bring this. This is a birthday present for my boyfriend, and I need you to bring it out here." Da da da. And I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, because she talks normal on the phone.
Yeah. And I talk, and I send these 2 late 50s people out there to go and look at this thing, and they get out there and they're going, "Who the fuck is this?" and the lady that goes there, I said, "Oh, what are these people like?" And she sends me a video of Iggy just talking to her on the top, and then she goes and just goes down. As she turn around, here goes this butt, this artificially done up butt, and like, oh God, that thing's scary.
Yeah.
So we get customers like that. We've got Prince Charles and Camilla got to step on his foot at a garden party, and it was great. Got to
oh my God,
best garden party ever been to. They were there. I got to sit next to not Keith Richards, but
Ron Wood,
Ronnie Wood.
Yeah,
and sat down and burned one with him while we're watching Mick Jagger's brother's Zydeco band.
There's a phrase I never thought I'd hear.
I know. It's like, there's a what? And this guy sits down next to me, and I'm sitting there looking at him for about 5 minutes, going like, Jesus Christ. Yeah. And at the same party, I got to sit down with what's her name? The Sweet Dreams Are Made of Eurythmics.
Annie Lennox. Oh, she
sat down with her for 20 minutes. Nobody was talking to her. And I'm like, okay.
I bet she's awesome.
Oh, God. Yeah. And the most engaging eyes you would ever see. Swim inside of them. And I met the sitar player that the Beatles, Raji, and his daughter,
Ravi
Shankar and his daughter were there.
Nora Jones. The other daughter.
No. Yeah,
his daughter is Nora
Shankar.
Jones. Yeah.
But she was playing. Yeah, he was playing. I mean, all these people, and it's like, oh my God, I got to. What's that? Some American actor. I forgot his name. He was having a series at a time. He and his wife were there. All these people, and it was just like a wild evening. But it was because they were auctioning off elephants that I had made in Ireland.
Yeah,
the year prior, I made a whole herd of 13 elephants in a barn, in a cow barn with the help of 1 cow and 2 dogs, and over 7 weeks sat there and made these things on behalf of Elephant Family, which is based in London.
Okay.
And it just so happened that the Camilla's little brother was the head of Elephant Family.
Oh, okay.
So it was like automatic connections and everything. And for me to go and build these things, I volunteered to do it, yet I got first class everything back and forth.
Oh, my God.
The flights, everything, and got to stay with these great people there in Ireland. And it was carte blanche, but I just slaved my ass for 7 weeks and had a great time. Then they toured the elephants all around Ireland and England, then auctioned them off, and Camilla and what's his face got the bull elephant out of the group and put it in their gardens.
Oh my God.
That was good. Yeah. I've gotten to do shops all over the world. I built a nice Ferrari in Dubai in a Ferrari shop. And for the Abu Dhabi airport and raceway, they've got a Formula One track there. So they let me sit there and play with Niki Lauda's Formula One car.
Oh my God.
Which was just sitting there. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I get to crawl all around this and do measurements and all this other shit because I made it right there in the shop, which was like right down the street.
Yeah.
And which was neat as hell. But I could only work until like in the mornings because it was just
blazing
got
hot.
awfully hot. Yeah, 11 a.m. I had to go and just take a rest until like 7 p.m. And then come back and do more. But the clientele were coming in and out of the shop, and there's these guys going and throwing keys at me and stuff. Whipping out of their new Ferraris and stuff, expecting service. I'm like, what?
Yeah, no, that's not what I do here.
I was about to take one of them. Like, hey, look, a 365 GTB.
You dip into the southern accent. Yes, sir. I'll go ahead and get it fixed up for you right quick.
Y'all want that? What color?
Yeah. Did you check your dipstick before you came in here? Just trying anything. Oh my God. What got you into? Was your family into art or anything? What got you into art to begin with?
Well, the topiary stuff was. Because I had a horticultural project with Grodan Rockwool, which is out of Denmark. They introduced hydroponics. Okay. So if you look at any pot grower or any indoor vegetable growers along the line, they used to use, or they do still use, Rockwool slabs.
Okay.
That with a drip tube in it. I've still got a project that's in the future farming. How I got into this shit, with the hydroponic company, we went directly to Disney, and set up an exhibit inside of Epcot, where you float through the Epcot exhibit through on a boat, and you go through the future farming with fish farming and all this kind of stuff, and then you go through a desert area, and all of a sudden there's all these huge plants coming out of these little bitty plastic bags with a drip irrigator. That's my exhibit. That's hydroponics. It's growing without soil.
Okay.
And
that's how you got started.
Yeah, wow. And I went to their tree farm from there and saw how they were doing stuff and what they were doing, and I showed the frames to my dad, and I said, how the hell do they make these things? And he goes, he used to make welders for his in his fun, because he's an electrical engineer.
Yeah.
So he said, well, they probably weld it with a stick welder just like that one.
Yeah.
and they probably use rebar because it looks like it, and they just bend it in a table vise just like this. And I went, oh, holy shit. Is that it?
Yeah, you can do that? Oh yeah.
You can do that, make a living?
Yeah.
So I started doing that, but they subcontracted with me first thing right off. I saw them, what we do is a form called American Portable Style Topiary. It's a steel frame that you stuff moss into, and then you plant it with vines.
Okay.
So at the back of their shop, they're standing there with these naked frames, and they're stuffing them with moss at the rate of about like one little handful every minute or two. And I'm like going, damn, these guys are slow.
Yeah.
And I said that right to the supervisor right behind this guy's back.
God.
And I said, damn, they're slow. I said, do you need somebody to do that faster? And she just looked at me. She goes, yeah. He goes, and we'll pay you $28 a man hour, and this thing takes 95 hours for them to fill it up. Can you do it any faster? And I'm like, put it on my trailer, It's like,
yeah.
So we immediately went into business of filling and stuffing their pieces. And then after I got a handle on that, then I started learning how to build the frames and, started just doing independent and trying to go to garden centers and stuff like that. So
this is going to be maybe a weird question, but in doing something like that for such a large corporation like that, do you get known in circles for doing that, or do they own it in a way to where they don't let on who did that? Does that make sense? Like,
yeah, they know me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's probably why it succeeded, because I went for the balls first. It was like, who's got the best topiaries?
Yeah.
The mouse does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't sure. Like, it seems like with a lot of things when they buy up companies that they kind of want to be like, no, we're the ones who own. That's why I wasn't sure.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, they wouldn't give me a credit for shit, though. That did piss me off in the beginning, because one of the first things they had me do was Oprah Winfrey's 10th anniversary logo. It was a big O and a PRAH,
Yeah.
They asked me to do this on a Thursday morning for a Saturday morning shoot.
Holy crap.
4-foot tall letters. I'd never done anything.
Yeah.
And they wanted it in stainless steel. I'd never welded stainless.
Oh my God.
So fast forward me Friday night going, Saturday, like 7 a.m., I'm trugging up through there in my Subaru station wagon with a little trailer on the back going towards Orlando with their logo and everything. Got up there, planted it, finished it, all that kind of stuff by noon for their shooting and everything.
Yeah.
Oprah gets on there and says, "Oh, and my nice friends at Disney did this for me." I'm like, you.
Oh my God.
Like, they had just asked it just a minute past that. Yeah. So we have stuff like everywhere, it seems. We got, we just did the M&M factory down in Cleveland, Tennessee, just their logos. And I had done them 26 years ago. They was one of my first customers. Is like somehow they found me after a garden show. I'd done some stuff for Disney, and then I did a West Palm Beach garden show, and they found me there. Yeah, because it seems that's where everybody lives. They're Palm Beachy. They're and they can find you from there. So that got me a lot of clientele from off the beach and everything. I did a display of a first horse I've ever done, and did a big nice leaper horse and stuff, and I did a dog with he was a fountain. He was peeing into a water into a hydrant that had a stainless steel bowl in there. Yeah, and it just splashed like crazy. It was like, and everybody came walking up towards my stand, and you see them go, like, fuck, I gotta go pee. It was so effective. Yeah. It was great. It was like watching all these rich people just going like, I must go tinkle. Anyway, joys and easy things.
How many years has it been since the first real big project you took on?
26.
26?
Yeah. First one we ever did was Theater of the Sea in Isla Morada.
Okay.
And that was 2 weeks prior to Hurricane Andrew. Oh. in the Keys. And my nursery that I started with my partner there was on 188th Street in Homestead. And 2 weeks later, it just got snottified.
Oh, my God.
And the day after that, we just started the project, just made a bunch of 20-foot dolphins, 15-foot dolphins, 10-foot dolphins, and put them down in Isla Morada, and had just started planting them out and everything. Yeah. And then that hit. No electricity, no nothing. Water, storms, crap like that. The partner that had the place, their house actually survived, but it was the only house in the neighborhood survived. It was from 1880 something and made of that hardwood pine. Yeah. From down in Dade pine. I went down there the day after Hurricane Andrew, and I bullshitted my way through the lines, and went down there with quarter pound of pot and a bunch of water and chainsaws. and went down there, and I was like trying to find out where anything was. It was so just blown off the map, and I found them actually alive, and their house had gone like 30 degrees over 3 times while they were inside during the storm. God. And it popped windows and stuff on the inside of the house, and inner rooms and things. They're like, shit. Now, those kids they're never the same. Yeah. So that's where we got started with it, and soon thereafter, it got better. Yeah.
Well, when we play poker, we say win early, lose late. So that's lose early, win late. Yeah. It's exactly opposite.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah. So fast forward to now. Yeah. What do we do now? We've got live here in Teleco Plains. We've got a big ass couch out on the front yard that people come and sit on all the time and get their picture taken. Nice. And it's getting to be all kinds of hours now. We've had 39 production companies that have wanted to make a show on me, Okay. And I've refused most of them. Some of them have come here and videoed and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they're trying to find the proper niche for it and all that kind of thing. And I'm like, well,
Yeah.
but I was thinking it was like that couch. We could just make a feature just
on the couch, just a GoPro hooked up, filming that couch.
Yeah, my son sent me a picture. He lives in Florida. He sends me a picture at 3 a.m. going, Dad, what the fuck is this? There's this guy sitting there getting head on the couch.
Oh my God.
And of course, what do? I courteously just put it right on Facebook there.
Yeah. There you go.
And one of my workers goes, I know Harold, but that ain't his wife.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Don't tag Harold in that photo. Don't tag Harold. Oh my God.
He was having a great day.
Oh my God. What is the biggest thing you've ever built?
Well, we're doing the big chicken right now, but we built like a 62-foot long Palaxosaurus dinosaur.
Okay.
And transported it to Fort Worth, Texas, for the Museum of Science and History there. So, that's probably that's about the longest. But the T-Rex with the 45 feet long being so high and everything, that was just more fun. Yeah, and because it had a ladder up the inside of the leg and the room inside and all this.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and the guy. He was a fun customer. Of course, we had to take a pterodactyl with us and put that up on a line from one side of the property to the other with a motorized return.
Oh my God!
So he could, and soundtrack, and this thing would go and make noise and shit all around across 10 acres. You could barely see the line up there. The guy spends a tremendous amount of money on shit. It's his childhood home in Chicago, just a step outside LaGrange, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and he's got 10 acres of beautiful 100-foot trees out there that, in a golf course type of thing, it's all set up in a park type thing, all set up in it. His little bitty childhood house has every God-known convenience to man. There was 30-something controllers sitting there at his house.
Oh, my God.
For everything. There was 6 controllers for the bathroom upstairs. And I'm like, what? It had the full humidity shower and all this thing. And everything was upgraded. He had had some really famous people's artwork inside and stained glass works.
Can you say what does he do for a living?
Their family owned the concrete company that did the Sears Tower.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Old money, mafia money, bigger than shit.
There was one time my dad was talking to one of his friends, and he was mentioning somebody who has money in Knoxville, and he was like, and that guy just laughed at him. He's like, "You don't know the 10 richest people in Knoxville." He's like, they're literally billionaires. He's like, but it's stuff like that. It's like, well, this one is a Dempster family descendant. Mm-hmm. And he's like, but you'll never hear about that guy because they don't talk about it.
Yeah.
They don't talk about it. It's all the ones that are on the lower tiers that are like, oh, yeah, I got money.
Grabbing for it.
Yeah.
They're set. They don't worry about that shit.
Yeah. they get pterodactyls that fly across their property.
Well, okay, the local guy here is Stokely.
Yeah.
Okay, Stokely Athletic Field and all that kind of stuff. And, ba-dang, just about like that. That's what his voice sounded like. I'm, of all places, I met him in the Dominican Republic.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
On a golf course that he goes to every week or two.
Man.
I'm having breakfast. My customer there, I've gone to Dominican like 3 or 4 times through different customers, and these are by far the richest. The Cisneros family.
Okay.
They're Venezuelan. They just cashed out of Venezuela, I think, but they started in just like my other customer, Dumpster Man customer is Wayne Huizinga, who owns the Florida Marlins and
I was going to say I recognize that name.
Yeah, Yeah, I've had them for customers a long time. The day that the Marlin started, I put a 10-foot Marlin in his front yard, his sister's yard, and his mom's yard, who were the three owners of the Marlins. And so the Huizingas, they're pretty cool people. And then the Cisneros people, they heard of that. And then so the Miss Cisneros, I talked to her on the phone. That's as close as I got to him.
Yeah.
But, I go down there. She goes, I want you to make these for my daddy. I was like, okay.
Oh, my God.
They own a 7,000-acre resort
my.
down there with five or six oceanfront golf courses there on it. A complete village that's made out of coral.
My God.
That is just like incredible. And Ferraris running around the fucking street. There's houses. They're all the Dominican baseball players.
Yeah.
I recognize 6 names out of the people that were right in one block. There's this beautiful neighborhoods, all this stuff.
God.
They have a marina there that has 200 and 300 foot sailboats and 5 and 6 deck boats.
Jeez.
There was like 50, 60 boats that were at least 6, 7 decks high.
Yeah.
And this is all hidden money. There is in that marina, there is a Ferrari, Maserati, and Porsche dealership. There's 7 or 8 banks right there at the fucking marina. And it's like, where are we? And this is in Dominican Republic. And you're like, and you go outside the pearly gates of this place, and they had me stay at the resort.
Yeah.
Yet they had my shop on the wrong side of the railroad track down in downtown La Romana. So they gave me a rental car and said, here, go here.
Yeah.
And had me go there. It's like, you go down across the railroad tracks and it's where it's just all slums. It's just all dirt floors. It's just all tin roofs. It's for miles. And they don't turn the electricity on there until like 8, 9, 10 sometimes in the morning, just whenever they fucking feel like it.
Yeah.
So I'm over there, my shop's over there, and we're trying to make stuff. We're trying to make these 13-foot tall bunny rabbits and 9-foot tall bunny rabbits and stuff for the Cisneros family. And we can't even get started until 9 or 10 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, well, we got a generator here. Let's just start that.
Yeah.
They crank up a generator, and it's louder than shit. I hear 17 babies all of a sudden crying all around us.
God.
And I was like, oh, man, just shut it up. So it's such a different world.
Yeah.
It was like, wow. Like, so high contrast that here, let's put you off in this, and these guys that work for this thing, they're making $50 to $60 a week.
Yeah.
And providing their own tools and how to get there and all. And man, it's like I was just buying everybody everything because they're paying me $3,000 a week to sit there and do that shit. And I'm like, okay, come on.
Yeah.
I can do this.
Yeah.
So Mr. Stokely, I'm sitting there eating breakfast one morning with all the other golfers and stuff. I hear this, hang ba danga danga banga danga banga bing ba doober. I'm like going, holy shit, who's that?
Yeah.
Like, and I go around and introduce myself, and he goes, yeah, I'm Bill Stokely. How you doing? I'm from Teleco Plains, Tennessee. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Like,
and it shows.
Yeah. I just come down here. I just fly down on my jet. You see it come over all the time, don't you? I'm
like, my God.
Yeah, because he owns like 4,000 acres of bean fields and shit like that still.
Good
so,
Lord.
Including right across the street, right across the river there. I
just picture that guy in a tractor driving by here going, hey, neighbor.
Hey, neighbor.
That's what I picture.
You going golfing?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and that was the weirdest meeting. I'm like, you're shitting me.
Yeah. I come all the way down here to meet you. I have not had anything that massive, but I've been in places where it's I was in Chicago at a cigar shop, and I went and sat outside, and weirdly enough, I was sitting around a bunch of off-duty cops who were all, I hate saying regular cops, like not like flat top and that kind of, they were all just like, no, it's a job. Like that kind of, those kind of guys. Yeah. And we're sitting around, and one of the guys says, you're not from here, are you? I was like, no. I was like, what's funny is I can't hear my accent because there are guys down there. I can, I need a translator. I need the the teleprompter telling me what in the hell that dude from Maynardville is saying. And but the guy, he was like, "Oh, cool! I have a cousin down in Knoxville that does landscaping." And I was like, "Oh, is it Deidre?" And he said, "Yeah." I was like, "I met her last week." For 30 minutes, he was just like, "What in the?" I was like, "Dude, you don't know how Knoxville in the South works, man. That's just how you can't mention somebody in my town and not be
That's
like,
it.
yeah." And he was just like, "I still can't get over that you know Deidre." I was like, "Yeah, man, I met her last week," and it was like, "She owns this." He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Do you want to text her?" And he was just like, "What?" And then this other group of guys came over, and one of the guys sits down and said, "Tennessee, huh?" I said, "Yeah." He's like, "What you know about moonshine?" I was like, "I make it." I was like, "Lucky for you, I live the stereotype, brother." And he was just like, "Holy shit." I was like, "Don't arrest me. I don't have any on me, okay?" But yeah, both of those guys were just like, "I don't know what's happening here." I was like, "That's city life, man. Like, you do your own thing over there, man." Yeah. What was I got many questions. What was the first time that you were in something and you just looked around and was like, "Holy shit, I can't believe I'm here"? Like, I'm sure it happens. Does it happen all the time?
Yeah, I get just some moments. Yeah. Like, well, when I was standing in the middle of this big ass square in Santiago, Chile. Yeah. And they said, "Build 2 15-foot tall polar bears right here in the middle of the fucking parking lot."
Oh, my God.
And I'm looking up at the Coca-Cola tower there, and it was all sponsored by Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
It's like 50 stories high, and they're all up there on the top floor waving at me.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like, what am I doing?
Yeah, what am I doing here? Oh, my God. Is there anybody you've met that you were like, "Holy shit, like, I can't believe I'm meeting this person," or you're just nonplussed by, or stepping on? You said you stepped on Prince.
Prince Charles's foot. Yeah. That was fun. No, at the party it's at Petersham House, which is a 400-year-old estate on the Thames River, and they've got a 10-acre nursery. And greenhouses that are, Dutch glass Venlo, beautiful greenhouses that they've converted into really high-end restaurant. Okay. And you can buy tools that are made by Prince Charles or by his. Yeah. He designed them or whatever. You can get a damn shovel there. Everything started about like $210, and
Good Lord.
And the restaurant, a crumpet was $15.
Oh my God!
It's like, I couldn't eat there while I was there, but there was the big party was right inside the nursery. Yeah. So everybody's strolling up and down, looking at all the cool plants that they have on these tables and everything, and drinking champagne, and you're in your nifty tux and all that kind of stuff. And I stepped back. And I heard,
oh God!
And I look around and there's these big flap ears, like, oh God! Yeah. And all of a sudden there's Secret Service fuckers all over them.
Oh my God!
And they didn't touch me, but I'm like going,
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, man. Also, he talked to me first, so I know I can talk to him now. Like, I know I have to wait, but. Yeah. He said, "Oh fuck!" Yeah, I'm in now.
That was a hell of a day. The ladies that had me there, they're just beautiful twins ladies. They had, and they're like Cinderella grown up or something you just want to spank. And anyway, they kind of guided me away from the prince there and said, "Joe, come sit here and meet somebody else." Yeah. Okay.
Here's somebody more your speed. Here's Ron Wood. It's like, then you go back and it's like, me.
Yeah. Well, the owner of the house there, while we were there, we built some elephants there at his house for the occasion as well. Yeah. So they sent me over there like 2 weeks early and said, "Here, just start building some shit." Okay. Okay. Yeah. And it's like, where to find electricity, where's a welder, all this kind of stuff. Right. So the owner of the house, he's showing me around the estate, and and he's going like, yeah, you can probably get electricity just over there in that little garage over there, and and you can build out here by the tennis courts. And I'm like, okay, yeah, this dude, poor guy, has private tennis lessons with this unbelievable Playboy looking like bunny girl that comes out there and strips down to just her little bikini underwear every time just to get her little outfit on for him.
Yeah.
Just God. It's like this is like every 3 days, and I'm just standing out there going,
Yeah.
with him, we're just like, and she's just like, ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
I was like, lucky boy. And then the second day, he comes up to me and he hands me this thing that looks just like a heel from his shoe. And I'm like, the hell is this? He goes, it's hash. I said, what?
Oh, God.
He goes, I heard you operate better. And I said, certainly I do.
Yeah.
We became best buds. He said, I bring these in from Italy every week. He goes, I can't stand it without it. So he says, burn on. So,
Oh my God.
And I go into the little this little brick house thing that he has over in the side to get electricity, and nobody'd been in there since they'd built the restaurant and anything, and so there's just wood everywhere, and all kinds of trim and crap. I see in the corner is like, oh wow, that's cool, a Vespa. There's a fucking Vespa scooter. I'm like uncovering it and looking at it and stuff, and then I peer over in the other corner and I see a Barani wire wheel coming out from underneath this oiled cupboard that has all this shit and wood on top of this car. And I about to scream. I'm like, it's a Ferrari. And I go over there and I uncover it and I daintily take off the cover and everything. And there's a 1964 Ferrari.
Oh my God.
Coupe. And it's got like 16,000 kilometers on it. And the guy doesn't drive. I said, dude, let's take this thing out.
Yeah.
Let's go. I want to drive this thing.
Yeah.
Come on, please.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, no, I don't drive. I take the train.
Oh my God.
What?
Yeah. You're like, cool.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take this back with me.
Yeah.
There's some roads in East Tennessee. I'll take
need
this
to be
on.
taken with this.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'd be scared to drive that because they'd be like, I don't want to hurt anything. I don't want to break anything.
Yeah, I don't think he would have given a shit. He was. He was way too rich.
Yeah.
Didn't worry about that.
I'd like to be. That sounds a good place to be. Way too rich. That sounds very nice. Yeah. Oh my God. Have you ever? Okay, so England.
That just goes with. That goes with the topiaries. I mean, it's just, so they those nights, I've had so many cool occasions with them. Another trip over there.
Yeah.
I had my shop in the Royal Carriage Houses in Hyde Park.
Oh my God.
So no horses left in there, but I was just in there and I had all these, this big ass building with stalls and all this other stuff. Beautiful old thing.
Yeah.
And that's where I was making a herd of deer for the Royal Parks Endowment, which is a 500-year-old. They just keep the parks in England operating. They've got a lot of money, and they just said, here, just set up shop here. So they gave me this beautiful flat right off of Hyde Park, and I walked there every day for a month, just going in and getting my stuff and doing a herd of deer and.
It's like
Nelson Mandela's. Yeah, it was at Nelson Mandela's birthdays. I didn't get to meet him, but I saw him and everything.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
That's insane.
There's some cool trips, and they all include some things like that. Yeah.
Oh my God!
And then this morning you go to you go all the way to Maryville to get your hip shot. No, what do you get? You get no shot because they didn't have you scheduled.
Yeah.
I'm going to charge them bitches $400 for my time. If they're going to sit there and have me drive 61 miles one way just for no shot, I'm going to charge them for the time it took me.
Yeah. I had that. I've got a client now that they have me on contract through July. Well, the main guy went out of town for a week. And so I haven't gotten any work for 3 weeks. And I joked with one of the people. I was like, I'm going to just bill you because I've got it on a contract that it's X amount of hours per week. And she was like, yeah, go ahead and do that. And I was like, oh, really? Oh,
fast realization,
free,
isn't it?
Free money is very nice. And she was like, oh, it's probably not going to go anywhere. I was like, damn it, don't tease me like that.
Balls out. Just do it.
Yeah,
just do it. Yeah, I'm going to do it to the hospital here. They're going to present me with a bill after I get my shot next week. Yeah. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to present my bill right to them for the exact same amount that it cost me to do that. I'm going to say, look, this is a good even trade for you because I'm not going to, because you made the appointment last week. I came. You guys weren't even fucking ready. You know? You couldn't fit me in. Couldn't do anything. Here you go.
Yeah.
It's a good even trade. See you bye.
Please record that. I want to see.
Yeah. I'm going to record it. And I'm going to take it to WATE TV and I'm going to put it on the news and everything because if they don't accept that, I don't know what kind of fairness there is in this world.
No.
You know, they made the mistake.
Yeah.
And all they're going is like, we'll just reschedule it. No, we're not going to just reschedule it. We're going to fucking pay for my time.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, you guys do this shit to too many people.
Oh, yeah.
No. Take responsibility.
I've had that. I had one client that was 2 months behind paying me. And I finally told the guy, I was like, I know where your office is. I'm just going to sit in your office until you write me a check. And it was some little marketing dude. And he was like, well, I was like, nope, that's not how that sentence starts. That sentence starts, yes, sir, we will get your check out immediately. I was like, nah, I'll just show up. I'll just hang out. I saw an old pickup on Facebook Marketplace 2 nights ago that I was having a hard time not pulling the trigger on. I'm trying to budget to get an old pickup truck to fix up.
Yeah.
And I can't pull the trigger because every time I find one, I'm like, maybe this one or.
What do you want?
I don't know. I don't know. It's one of those, I'll know it when I see it.
Okay.
I think the one I looked at, the bed was a little too short. I was like, if I'm going to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want something.
If you need a nice diesel dually big motherfucker, I got one right here.
Oh my God. No.
Yes, that one is for sale now, but I don't know, it's gaining. I've never had a diesel.
Yeah.
And I think I'm on my 263rd car right now.
That's what I was about to ask. How many cars are currently in the fleet?
Oh, in the fleet are only like 10 or 11 right now.
Okay.
So, yeah. But it's always rotating and going. Okay. Right now we're waiting on the motor block for a 72 Cadillac Coupe de Ville that's from Arizona, 72,000 miles on it. Yeah, we're waiting for a couple of parts on my MG Midget, or no, it's an Austin Healey Sprite, same thing, sitting in the garage. We just tore the motor down on the car we took this weekend to the vintage races, a 58 Volvo PV 444 rally car.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the car that I just showed you the pictures of there, that's a 62 Mercedes 220 SEB coupe.
Yeah.
And I've also got a 67 250 SE sedan, which has got like 52,000 miles on it.
Did you have a dream car growing up that you have since got, or is there still a white whale out there somewhere?
I will never get the one.
Yeah.
The Bugatti Royale. I think there's like
the minute I saw your lips making the boo, I was like, oh, okay, never mind.
6 of them, and they're pretty well claimed by people for 20 or 30 million a piece.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm getting that one.
Oh my God.
Just because it's the biggest, baddest thing that ever rode on the road. Now it's like,
how do you shoot now? I can't. The Ford, the MG. Am I saying that right? The sport car that they make very limited. What the hell is it called? The
GT40?
The GT.
Yeah.
Not the MG.
Yeah.
The GT.
Yeah.
Are there any of those in your...
Well, I wouldn't mind having one of those. Yes, this weekend at the Vintage Racing, there was it's an original 67 Ford GT40.
Yeah.
It's 40 inches tall and it's like 900 horsepower, 1,200 horsepower, or whatever. God, watching those things on the course is unbelievable. I would love to have something like that, but, we took the lovely little Volvo down there.
Yeah.
And there was another guy with a Volvo out there racing. He was like racing behind and everything. And just like, but it looked just as fun,
Yeah.
Even though he's got these, there was in the same on the same course, same race. There's like this Audi brand new Formula car that, $15-20 million technology. It lapped everybody twice. I mean, all the Porsches, all of everything.
Yeah.
And it's in the same race. It's just like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Then in the vintage races this weekend, Bill Elliott, the NASCAR guy, he and two of his other buddies brought their cars down.
Yeah.
And they went out there to go. These guys that are all traditional vintage racers and shit. We spoke to one of them afterwards. He was in this Jaguar XK. He goes, "My God, the first turn, all fucking three of them went abreast." He said it was intimidation like hell. Yeah. He's just like, he's about to cry. I was like, no, fuck, I'm sorry.
Oh, my God.
But these guys are out there in these 4,000-pound monsters racing against the Porsches with the wings and stuff and staying up with them, turbocharged stuff. And like, damn.
Yeah.
I mean, that dude knows how to drive. He has to.
Do you ever watch Top Gear or Grand Tour?
Oh, yeah.
Top Gear. I loved watching Top Gear over the years, and I waited to watch Grand Tour for whatever reason, and I just binged it all like a month ago, and I was just like, and then they were like, "Yeah, we're done." I was like, "Son of a bitch!" But I think it was Captain Slow was driving the GT, and he was just like, he just stopped talking at one point. He was like, I don't know what to do here. Like, I feel like I'm going to break it, but I also feel like pushing it even harder, like every single step of the way.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's...
Yeah.
Some of those cars, I'm bigger than Clarkson. I don't know that I can fit in a lot of those cars.
No,
I get into. I drive that little Yaris, which makes people laugh.
Yeah.
When I unfold out there, they're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. That's happened. I've had a few road rage incidents where I've seen some small dude in a big pickup truck start flipping me off. It's like, when I pull over, this is not going to be pretty. I should just hold on. Let me get my car out of the way and just pick it up and move it back. Like, I don't want to damage the car. I think any of my dream car, I get on Auto Trader and look all the time. Like a 67 or 68 Lincoln Continental with the suicide doors, the black, like that. Oh God.
I don't have one now, but I had a 62 Lincoln 4-door convertible, black with black leather and a white top. And she was a consulate car to Belize.
Holy hell.
And it still got the tag on it. I saw this picture.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I saw this picture just this last year. Somebody goes, "Hey, you want to see a cool Continental?" They just saw it at a car show in North Carolina, which is where we sold it to.
Oh.
And there's like the guys, all he's done is he put a new top on it. He put a black top on it. But this thing has a 500 cubic inch low compression, what do you call it? The export engine that'll burn coal just about.
Yeah.
And it's got, it came with flag staff, 2 little flags.
Yeah.
And it had one American and one from Belize on it, and it came with film strips from the factory and all this kind of stuff, and it was an incredible car. I bought it in Knoxville from a psychiatrist there that collected BMW motorcycles.
Shit.
Yeah, and the whole thing was so cool that the trunk would go up backwards, and the whole top would go down in there. That was 12 servo motors. I know because I rebuilt every fucking one of them.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Yeah,
but that was a massive car, and from 61 to 62, the most important design change they did, they still had the 14-inch wheels on it.
Yeah,
but they felt it didn't have that Lincoln ride.
Yeah,
I looked up and underneath the fender wells after I bought it, there's a 125-pound lead weight under each corner.
Holy shit.
To give it that Lincoln ride.
Oh my God.
That's engineering in 1962.
Oh my God. See, I can't remember. I've always loved that car, but then I went to a friend's wedding. I was wearing a suit and tie, and I got out of my car, and I was just like, "This ain't right, man." Man, I should be getting out of some big old Cadillac or something, like just roll up, and even if it's a beater.
I got a nice.
Even if it's a beater, just that one. I'm lame in the '67 Camaro SS. That's the one when I was a kid. Same thing, the black with the racing tires on the back, like just the big old fat boys. Like, I was like, God, that is so. To use a term of kids use, it's so basic, but it's holy shit. Like you can't beat it. Like, what is the most unique car you've ever had? Like
most unique,
like limited, or even they did something to it that made it weird.
I've had, let's see, I had a rotary NSU car.
Okay.
So that's a rotary engine, but let's see, what else do we have that was fun? Geez, all along the way. Well, I've had everything from like Oak Ridge City School Truck number 5, which was a 64 GMC panel pickup truck.
Oh my God!
And it came with the original Lunker V6 in it, and a single post seat with one windshield wiper.
Yeah.
And that's all that they didn't even mount there's not even a place for it.
Oh my God.
It's like it had no accessories on this thing. And it had run around all while I was a kid in Oak Ridge delivering the ice cream and everything to Pine Valley and all that.
Yeah.
So restored that one, hot rodded it up. That one was fun. One of my later Suburbans was a 71 four-wheel drive that a child's the Hatcher Foundation out of Chattanooga bought it. They do kids services, take them around tracks and all this kind of thing. But they bought the car and had LMC Truck sponsor it, and they dumped $185,000 into my Suburban.
Oh my God!
And took it to the SEMA show, and it is beautiful.
Yeah,
it's just they they did it up right, and that's badass ass.
Oh my God! Oh God! That's amazing.
Yeah, so it's they did that to that, and I was glad to see that, but cars that you miss.
Yeah.
Well, there's the panel truck, and that 912 right there.
Oh my God!
I missed that 912 Porsche, something fierce. That one or the one that I gave my son. Anyway, son, if you hear me,
if you can hear this,
I want her back.
Have you ever built a structure to go?
I really want her back. I'm sorry. No.
I think he wants it back. Yeah. Have you ever built a structure to go on top of a car for not like a parade, but hell, like a parade?
Oh yeah.
Well,
we've made all kinds. There's a Porsche 356 sculpture sitting out in the yard right now.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It rolls, it steers, but the brakes really suck. I found that out. And I've made a Bugatti Type 37B and put that in a guy's yard up in Washington D.C. that he races. Old Bugattis. Poor guy.
Rough life. That's a rough life. I don't know how he gets by, man. Oh, geez.
I love it when these people find me and I'm just like fascinated by their, hey, I know how to spend money.
Yeah.
Let me help.
Yeah. I can help you. I'm here to help. You start sounding like a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
I'm here to help.
Yes.
Here's my bank routing number. And just go ahead and start dumping money in there.
Zip.
Yeah. I'm going to make it easy on you. Here's another weird. What is the smallest thing you've ever made?
Probably Surfer Girl. I made a... is in California, and the neighbor of Oprah Winfrey, 3 doors down, making a dragon and a giraffe and a unicorn for some kids of some extremely wealthy people. Poor kid had a 2,000 square foot tree house with water cannons and oh God. Anyway,
just 2,000. I mean,
yeah. So my cute waitress there, she's a surfer instructor, and I just had these little scrap pieces, and I'd started making a unicorn, and so the tip of the unicorn thing kind of looked like a surfboard. So
nice.
I do 10-minute art projects at the end of the day just to see what the hell I can come up with.
Okay.
And so using the scraps from that day, and so I just made a little surfer girl thing for her and just took it to her, and it was just like pretty cool. And
yeah.
And then her boyfriend.
Damn it!
Yeah, I know. Damn it! Then her boyfriend, and she introduced, said, "Come on out to the house."
Yeah.
He had inherited from his dad. It had a bicycle wreck just recently. A oceanfront polo grounds, right there, right,
Jesus.
fucking right outside of Santa Barbara, and it is like, my God, and there's just like the only house on the property is a little bitty old shack up on this knoll that you're just looking straight out over the ocean.
Oh my God!
His neighbors down the hill here, really posh stuff where Kevin Costner, I found out, lived and all this kind of stuff, because fucker comes walking up the hill. We're burning a joint.
Yeah.
We're standing out there, and here comes this guy just walking up the hill, and we're just like, who the hell is this?
Yeah.
God damn, it's Kevin Costner. It was like, what?
He could smell it from there, and he's like, oh, free weed? Free weed? I'm still...
Well, he came up, and we'd already finished just about then, he's like... and he comes up because he was asking his neighbor if he could keep his horses there because he couldn't keep his horses down there on the...
Oh, my God.
And we're all three of us just standing there just with our jaws open like...
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I get to meet a lot of people, it seems, just like out in the middle of nowhere.
Out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. So that was one of the smallest pieces, was a surfer girl thing, I'd say. Yeah.
So... in your travels and everything, are there artists you respect? Doesn't even have to be in your field, but other artists you respect, like with what you do and everything. Like, do you know Wayne White? Like, Wayne White seems like a variation on with some of the stuff he does, like a variation. Mm-hmm. Like, do you know? Like, are there people that are kind of in your field or out of your field that you respect a lot or have met and cherish meeting them or? Keep up with them?
Yeah, it's best to keep up with the other artists.
I
met, but they're all different fields.
Yeah.
I met and almost had lunch with, what's her name, who wrote Harry Potter?
Oh, J.K. Rowling. Really? Okay.
Yeah, sat with her all morning at a convention before she got famous.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In St. Paul.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah.
Yeah. Lovely lady.
Yeah.
Like, nice. And then there's like 2 or 3 weeks later, all shit hell.
Yeah. Everything like, broke loose.
Wow.
Yeah. And now she owns London.
Yeah. Yeah. My son's got a hand-signed book too.
Oh, that's like, amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Like, can I get that? Like,
yeah.
Yeah. She said, I'm sorry, I'm too busy for lunch.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. Dang.
Yeah. Thanks.
So yeah, we.
Have you ever thought about moving away from here, or gotten offers to move somewhere, or?
Yeah, I've already had all those offers in my life.
Okay. Yeah.
Had one project for Las Vegas that could have been entertaining, but they were wanting to. I would have had to move to Southern California to make it work, but it was for a $3 million contract and a job. But it's nah. It's not too no. I'm right here. My backyard is the Cherokee National Forest. There's 640,000 acres behind me.
Yeah.
All the way through North Carolina. That's fine. There's beautiful Cherahela Skyway and the Dragon provide me with the roads for the old Porsches and the Mercedes and the cars. Yeah. And got trout fishing right there. I'm cool.
It's very zen.
Yeah.
It's very zen.
Hominy grits. That's it. It's Southern Zen, damn it.
Yeah. I got fishing. I got mountains.
That's it, Bobby.
What more do I need? And with the car, motorcycles? Do you do motorcycles or?
Yeah, somewhat. Yep, I've got a few. My girlfriend is into them extremely.
Okay.
Yeah, she rides daily to work. She's 5'4" and rides a BMW 1200 to work every day, 72 miles one way.
Oh wow!
And she has like 3 bikes right now, and she used to have a competitive edge to her that was just incredible because when she started, when she was young, her husband gave her a Harley, and she had a 48 Harley Davidson with the clutch and the hand shift and everything as her first bike. Soon thereafter, she started drag racing them.
Oh my God!
On dirt. Against guys, and she beat them, and she loved the shit out of that. So she started drag racing, and she still holds records in her class for drag racing. She got bored with that, went on to road challenges, and decided, well, there's this race called the Iron Butt Rally. The Iron Butt Rally covers the United States and Canada. So in 11 days, you go about 11,000 miles.
I was wondering with a name like Iron Butt, I was like, that's got to be
1,000 miles a day on a bike.
Oh my God!
She did that race 3 times and came in first female 3 times.
Oh my God! Wow.
She's determined lady.
Yeah.
And then she ended up with me. Good God, I don't know. Anyway. Flop challenge. Here you go. No.
Yeah. But
she rides me like a motorcycle, damn it. Get her off of me. No, I'm sorry.
Iron Butt hurts.
And my butt's iron now, too. Hey, but I like it, too. Oh, well, anyways.
Yeah, I'm going to switch.
Little red-headed woman. She's incredible. Yeah. Motorcycles, she likes all that. And I've got like a Hidaka 125 and a Honda 90. We drag race Honda 90s up in Green Cove.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And there's three or four people that have the Honda 90s up there. I'm getting ready to make a hot rod, though. I found out how. So we're going to up the game a little bit.
Oh, God. Be forewarned.
Hell yeah. You see me up there burning rubber on my Honda 90, you'll know there's trouble.
So it's weird. I never learned how to ride a bicycle when I was a kid. I rode skateboards.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, and every once in a while, and I was driving around the other day, and I was like, I should learn how to ride. Because living in the city, and I don't live far from downtown, and I'm downtown all the time, it's like a motorcycle would be so much easier.
Oh, yeah.
Just to get downtown for meetings, easier parking, everything, cheaper gas. Like, this is dumb. And then I see somebody haul ass or take a corner really fast. It's like, I'm good. Yeah. I'm too top heavy. I'm worried I'll fall
Police
over.
car hit me on my motorcycle in 10th grade in Oak Ridge. Yeah. I got at a red light, or I had the green light. They had the red light.
Yeah.
They hit me. I ended up 36 foot later. I hit the red light itself.
Oh, God. Okay.
right in front of Oak Ridge Hospital, and landed in the oncoming traffic. And the only ambulance was at the other end of town at the wreck that this guy was going to go show the new employee, the first female police officer. Uh-huh. She was in the car with him her first hour, and he wrecks into me.
Oh, my God.
Going to a wreck on the other end of town to see it, and where the only ambulance was. So I laid there in the middle of the road looking at my leg over next to my shoulder.
Oh, God.
Going, why the fuck aren't they here? It was like 45 minutes till they could get an ambulance to me, and I was looking at the hospital.
Yeah. Like, just get a backhoe in here.
Yeah, just let me crawl. Because I tried to sit up, and look at my motorcycle, and it was like, oh, it's wrapped around the telephone pole over there. And then I look at my hand, and it's just bloody or hell. Then I look down at my leg, and it's not like where it's supposed to be. Yeah. And it's like over here somewhere. because it just shattered it.
Oh my God,
that was fun.
Yeah,
but no, motorcycles don't scare me.
No, yeah. There's one buddy of mine that he's always said there's two types of people who ride motorcycles: those who have had a wreck and those who will have a wreck.
Yeah,
that's like, yeah, you're not helping
one
man.
way. Yeah, you're going to go down one way or the other,
yeah.
and Vicky keeps telling me that. So now I don't even get on the damn thing without putting a helmet on,
yeah,
and gloves and jacket and pants and boots. Make sure that you're covered before you go. We see them every day. Right, going up the Skyway here, and then about 45 minutes later, you hear the ambulance coming, and if they aren't dead, they're like skinned to shit, because they don't even have any clothes on.
Yeah, there was a guy in college that he got up there and talked in a speech class, and I'm trying to remember, he was wearing just like a plain leather jacket, like it wasn't a motorcycle jacket, it was a plain leather jacket, t-shirt, jeans.
Yep.
Maybe flip-flops or boots or something. And he talked about skidding across the interstate blacktop. And I was like, I'm going to vomit. Stop talking. And he was like, never again. He's like, every inch of my body is covered.
Yeah,
anytime
buddy.
I go riding, because I don't trust any of it. And it blows my mind whenever I'm out in California and see them splitting lanes.
And they don't have helmets on. Yeah, you're dumb.
Yeah. I was out there for a photo shoot, and I was driving the minivan. And I went to go to another lane. I was just like, oh, my God. Like, I could have hit that dude.
And there's somebody there.
Yeah. Like, this is so dumb. Like,
yeah. And they're doing that, introducing that to more states.
Yeah. But I'm not worried about, driving my car 100 miles an hour. No, that's fine. That'll be. I always joke that because my car's so small, I was like, if I get in an accident, it'll either kill me or I'll turn into a transformer. It'll just absorb. There's only two options here. I come a little bit from the nonprofit. Do you get hit up by nonprofits a lot for donations?
Oh, yeah.
Does that?
Yeah, I get hit up by nonprofits all the time, and
I'm sure you get hit up by profits too.
Yeah. Oh, PROPHET. Yeah, I get those, and we got the amount of sometimes and the request. I mean, it's like, oh, could you build this for us and send it to us? And oh, thank you. Yeah, right. I've had people asking for a horse.
Oh my God!
Hey, you want me to build a horse gratis, just for you?
Yeah.
And bring it to Palm Beach.
Yeah.
He's like, you're fucking crazy. It's like, yeah. What can you donate to us? Nothing. What can you donate to my well-being?
Yeah. We've had. There's a nonprofit that we set up a program where we had kids draw art, and then we put it up in a gallery and sold it.
There you go.
But then we also had professionals donate art, and I would just go to them and I go, anything you have sitting around that's not.
Yeah.
I'm not asking you something to pay anything. It's something, and some of the people were like, oh hell, I've had this thing for like 4 years.
There you go.
I'm happy to get rid of it. I was like, that's the piece we want.
Yeah, that's the one, and those things are good.
Yeah. And we would take 100% of the money raised and give it to a underprivileged art program in a elementary school, middle school, or high school back in town.
Yeah.
It was like, but all of them, I was like, I realize what I'm asking, and I hate asking, and I'm gonna ask you again next year. Mm-hmm. But whatever you got that's lying around, or it's cheap, or whatever, we will sell it to get money out of it.
Yeah.
But it's wild. I've been on a bunch of nonprofit boards, and some of them are like, oh yeah, just go and ask for free. I was like, no. Yeah. You don't even know if they like you, man. Like, they could hate your cause.
I contribute every year to the Friends of the Animals here in our county, and I give them a bird or two sculpture. Yeah. And so they're used to that, and I think and other little nonprofits that have asked for the same thing and all that. I've given probably about like 40 birds.
Oh my God.
It's like, so you just keep those going and make them happy and stuff. And then the high school track team, oh, could you sponsor our shirts and everything? And I'm just like, cool, I get a t-shirt out of this or something, It's like, I just gave you $400.
Yeah.
I didn't hear from him.
Oh.
You know, and I it's school in, and I'm going like, I see one of the teachers in the pizza place. I said, did the track team have on shirts?
Yeah.
Yes. Did they have a big Topiary Joe logo around the back? Oh yeah. I'm like, well, fuck, wouldn't it be nice if I saw that? And like,
yeah.
No contact, no nothing. I just gave him a check. They're going, heck.
I was going to say they cashed that check, though.
Yeah, like, damn, that's fast.
Oh, we got the money. We're good.
Yeah. We're good. But wouldn't it be nice? Just that little bit of communication would help a lot.
Yeah.
It might influence me to like do it again.
Yeah.
I see how that goes with other people, and it's I start to think about it, and I'm like, oh yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, there's one nonprofit I work with. They're like, oh yeah, we need to increase our ask by 10% every year. I was like, you are out of your mind. It's like, you need to count yourself lucky that you get the same amount the next year. I was like, you gotta, ooh. They're like, no, we have it on a spreadsheet. I was like, nope. Nope. That's not how that works. In that vein, or in that realm, do you do stuff just for the sake of it, or doing just art to stretch, or do you?
Oh yeah.
Do you scratch enough of that itch in your work to where you don't really need to? Well, you said you end every day with.
Well, I used to do that religiously and try to make at least one piece a day. I've gotten really lazy about it. Yeah. And because I've got other people that are up there working and they're in my space, and then I'll start doing something and they want to do something else with it, and I'm like, and the moment's lost.
Yeah.
Well, on days that I'm out there and I'm standing there alone and I'm dirty and ready to go, I'll sit there and crank out something just for art's sake.
Okay. What do you do? Do you keep those pieces, or do you?
No.
You just give them away.
Usually, you give them away. Yeah.
Oh wow! So you have a repository of stuff. It's like, here you go. Oh yeah, what's your nonprofit? Sure. Here, take this box. How big a truck? How big a truck you got?
Yeah. That's what butterflies are doing right now.
Oh really?
Yeah, we've been giving those away. UT Gardens, and the UT Grow Lab both have one.
Okay.
And so, I've been putting out butterflies.
That's funny.
Yeah. And they didn't ask for it or anything. I wrote him and said, come down here and get your damn butterfly. And he's like, what?
Yeah. Yeah. We have a butterfly? Yeah. It's right here. Yeah. like it just, like you had the conversation like, oh, yeah. Can't find the email. Must have been a phone call.
But
it's here.
It's there.
Come on down and pick it up. I need to try that.
And they did.
Yeah.
They were right there the next day, man.
Okay, so I want you to make a piece that I'm going to take downtown, and it's a big middle finger to go across the street of KUB. That's what I want.
Just a big...
Yeah. Yeah. That's my enemy right now. Is KUB.
Oh yeah. Well, presently we're going to be doing more stuff for Scott at Preservation Pub.
Okay.
We have like 9 or 10 flamingos up on top of the roof there, and we're gonna.
Is this at Bernadette's place? Yeah.
Yeah. At Preservation Pub and right next door to at Bernadette's, they're splitting the birds around. But
okay.
Yeah, I'm wanting to redo those. They're like 2 or 3 years old, and I want to put fiberglass on them so that they'll be a little bit more permanent.
Okay.
And then we're going to put some other pieces at the corner of 36 Market Street up on the roof.
Okay.
Pointing fingers towards Market Square Mall because
that's awesome.
Trying to get business from the elsewhere. It's pointing to the mall because nobody sees it from Gay Street. So up there at that one little fucking corner, you can see it. So we're gonna go. Because the preservation people don't want us putting stuff on the wall and everything. And I've already got this beautiful sign that says, on the, about the mall and everything to go down the side of the building there. But they're just like being bitches about it. So it's like, okay, we'll put stuff on the roof and you can't touch it.
Yeah.
Because that's what we did at the Preservation Pub with the birds.
Yeah.
And they're just like, they're temporary art. There you go.
Yeah.
So
temporary art. They're art in public places.
Yeah. And they were wanting to give me a grant to do a piece on the wall at the in the alley. And I said, well, I've already got my motorcycle there. That chopper is mine. And but I want to do something 3D on one of the walls, and the lady was just, and I wanted, and I went to meet it to like, here, let's do a mall that's promoting, or something that, a piece of art that's promoting the mall, so that I can also get money from Scott. And
yeah.
And so I started doing that, and and the lady's like backs out of it, like, oh no, we can't do anything.
Yeah.
And I just said, well, I'll just make my own fucking art.
Yeah. Oh my God. The whole art in public places and the murals and everything. I think I'm about to tackle my first mural at a restaurant.
Cool.
In North Knoxville. And I was talking to the guy, and he's like, yeah, I got a little bit of funds saved away. It's like, hold on. Let's talk to the city. Let's talk to Visit Knoxville. Let's talk to all these people who are putting up all these murals and see if they have funds. Because there ain't no sense in you spending your money if there are public funds set aside for this. And he's like, well, I don't know how I feel about that. And it's like, I don't care how you feel. I'm still going to ask. I know the people. I was like, no, I know the people who know how to do that. Yeah. And it was funny because I emailed 2 different people, and still got to text one more, and all of them immediately got back to me. It's like, yeah, this is what you need to do. And I need to send those to that guy and be like, this is why you need to know this stuff. Like, because
I need to know that stuff, Joe.
Yeah.
I could do some more stuff downtown too, I'm sure.
There's stuff that pops up, like there's a lot of people who got mad at now I've heard 2 different sides of this story. I need to find out which one's right. On the other side, that other alleyway where they put out the bid for somebody to do, and some dude in like St. Louis or something got it and is doing the entire Market Square garage side. And people were up in arms. Now, one of the city council members said, well, the problem is no one applied. That one guy applied, and he's the only one who got it. Wow. I was like, it's because everybody was online in comments and stuff bitching and saying, well, this person should have done it. And it was like, did he apply? No. Tough.
Was there a call for that?
Yeah.
How was that brought up? Oops, sorry. How was that brought out? No,
Oh, no. I remember it being posted a lot because I was debating.
Wow.
Because you could do the whole thing or you could do it in chunks. I was like,
he's the only one that did. Well,
he's the only
bully
one.
For you, Ben.
Yeah. He got it. And everybody's bitching about it. I've heard somebody else say, well, I don't know how true that is. I was like, why would they make, like, that's a weird thing to
make up
to where there's checks there that you can check and see. Like, that's so dumb. Yeah. That's been interesting. I like all the murals. Some people are up in arms about it. And I was like, no, it takes a blank wall and makes it not a blank wall.
Vicky and I got caught. There's a bridge right up here, a steel bridge that they'd written all kinds of nasty shit all over the bridge,
Yeah.
So we're up there on a Friday night. It's getting dark. It was about a couple of months ago, and I bring out the spray cans, and we're just up there, and I'm making fish out of all these things.
Yeah.
And the wind dies down, and there's just paint's just everywhere, and I'm just standing there, wee, like this, and then all of a sudden there's blue lights.
Oh God.
And I'm just looking at the guy like, oh, hi.
Oh, my God.
And he comes up, police comes up and he says, oh, well, you really shouldn't be drawing on the bridge there, And I said, well, look, you see what it said there?
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, you should cover that up. And I said, okay.
That's what we're doing.
Is that the end of the discussion?
Yeah.
And he goes, you really shouldn't be doing this, and I don't have anything about this, so we're going to have to call the trooper because it's a state bridge. Fucking wait for 45 minutes standing there at the bridge with a policeman.
Yeah.
And the guy comes and he says, hey, you really shouldn't be doing that, but... And I said, and this is what it was on there. And he goes, yeah, you should be covering that.
Yeah.
And I'm going like, okay, which is it? Just don't do it anymore?
Yeah. Yeah.
And don't get caught?
Yeah.
Was the way order he said it? And I'm going like, oh, okay, yeah. All right.
Oh, my God.
So I want to apply for a mural, and I would love to make that legally.
Yeah.
I've got local artists that would love to play with it too,
There's got to be state grants. Let me see what I can turn up. There's got to be state grants for stuff like that, where it's turning stuff, because they make that paint that goes over the top to where no one can spray paint it. They're those ones on 6th Avenue. They're like that, the big downtown, Park City, all that stuff. And the minute they put it up, I was like, oh, man, somebody's just going to spray paint. And they're like, nope, there's this new coat to where you can't spray paint on it. I was like, then why are we not doing that everywhere? Like finding all kinds of walls and stuff.
Yeah.
Those big Visit Knoxville historic photos that are on the side of that new garage downtown, those are partially because of me.
Oh, yeah.
Because I randomly, both of the mayors follow me on Twitter. And I kept taking a photo of that wall and said, "This is an eyesore. We need to fix this." Till finally, I think Mayor O'Hara went to Visit Knoxville and put those up. I was like, I think I did that. Awesome. Because it was just a big blank wall.
Nice.
I was like, this is ugly as shit.
Yeah.
Stop it. Like, there's a crappy parking lot in front. We need something up there. But
So what else is? Let's see. I got to get on here.
Yep.
I wanted to. Okay, one more thing about Knoxville.
yeah.
Yeah, I just saw it over there. United bankruptcy game during the 1982 World's Fair.
Oh, yeah.
I got my name on the front page of the Wall Street Journal.
Really?
Yeah, I went to the Wall Street Journal office and told them to put it there because I made this game called United Bankruptcy. It was a Monopoly game based on Jake Butcher and company doing this shit, and we sold 5,000 of them.
Oh my God!
Yeah, and had the handicap covered workshop in Knoxville make them and everything.
Yeah,
and marketed it just to bank executives and everything. And then he and I went down to the Wall Street Journal and I said, and I put the game on the guy's desk and I said, which side's better? It was kind of ballsy,
God.
but he did not put my drawing. But by God, we got the front fucking page of the Wall Street Journal.
That's amazing.
Yeah, the next Thursday, I was like, boom, done.
There we go.
Walked out.
Oh my God.
I swore that was one of those things that I was either going to have a Rolls Royce or be on the front page of the Wall Street Journal before I was 25. I did that one. I did that one.
That's a good place to end. Thank you for doing this.
Ta-da!